Okay guys, today we're going to look at a demo review of Paralyzed. We're going to look at grenade usage, positions, helping teammates out, bomb plant positions, and in general, crosshair placement. So we're going to start at round 4. There you see, he's got full nades, full buy-up with an AK.
Let's go. Smoke.
And we're going to stop here. Now, this is a full buy round, so the CTs could have an AWP. So you decide to jump into suicide with no AWPer from your team backing you up. So it's quite easy for a CT AWPer to just grab you. Even if there is a smoke there and they see you in there, there's all this distance you've got to run that you can get shot through that smoke pretty easily. So it's not recommended, and this is a theme throughout this demo I've noticed, that you jump into suicide and you smoke off mid. Now there are other ways to smoke off mid. You can smoke it off from here, you can smoke it off from around here, you can actually smoke it off from in here as well. So, or here as well. You can smoke it off from any of these 4 points without having to go into suicide. So that would be much more recommended in case they do have an open CT area. Let's continue.
Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke. I'm throwing a flashbang. Grenade out.
I'm going to pause it here for a second. As you notice, there's a smoke here. Now this isn't something initially wrong with you, there's something wrong with your teammate, who has the bomb, pushes through that smoke, and he gets killed, in essence, because he has a Tech 9 on a full buy round. However, this leads into something that you do wrong, whereas this guy spots 2 guys, so when he drops the bomb, we'll see what happens. We'll just watch it here. See, now that he drops the bomb, you decide to push through the same smoke into those 2 guys, into the crossfire of these 2 guys, and you're going to get killed because of it. So that was something you did wrong there, but the reason you did it wrong was partly due to what he did wrong, but you still shouldn't have done it. You should have waited either for that smoke to clear, so you could have then tried to grab the bomb, maybe with a teammate here helping you, or you should have just left the bomb there, tried to pick off these other teammates, and then wrapped around to those 2. Alright, let's continue.
I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing a grenade. Need backup now. Flashbang. Counter-terrorists win.
So this is another full buy round, so you should be able to buy whatever you want. There is a small theme I've actually noticed with this, is that this one not in particular, but you do seem to buy a bit late.
Take care of yourself.
You don't quite have the advantage.
I'm throwing smoke.
This smoke again.
Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Smoke. Grenade. I'm throwing a flashbang.
That flash, I'm not sure what you were trying to get accomplished with it. Flashing some guy rushing short through a smoke? Or you're just trying to warn him backwards, but yeah, it's probably not a good flash. You did flash the guy, but I'm not sure what you were going to do with that flash.
Fire in the hole. Grenade. Flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
That flash. This is another theme throughout that you keep missing your grenades. So your flashbangs hit the walls at the wrong spots. They don't go through the right areas. So you gotta work on your grenade throwing and usage here.
Go back. Throwing a grenade. Smoke. Follow me.
Probably should have tried to help out your teammate a bit earlier then. He was facing two guys. There's a guy in mid just died, so whether you were trying to help hold his back, that's okay. But since he was facing two guys, the chance of another guy being in mid were significantly lower. So maybe you should have helped your teammate out there and gotten both kills quickly. But you do get both kills anyway. Alright, so this round you're full bought with all your grenades this time, which is good. And you are up against a bit of an interesting buy. It looks like they're going to eco
Let us get this
with
done.
one guy with armor.
I'm throwing smoke.
You do this smoke again. Now they could be full bought this round because they did eco last round.
Throwing smoke.
Just gotta be wary of that. Not exactly quite sure what you're trying to accomplish with that flash. Like, this is another one of those flashbangs where it looks like you're just trying to stop them pushing. But you're not even sure if they are pushing, so... And you peek too late for that flash to have any effect. So, yeah. Okay. There's a few things that went wrong with that death. So one, you had the bomb, and you were peeking long doors, so... Ideally, the bomb should either be dropped here, or maybe on one of these two guys, so it doesn't die out in the open. Okay, and the other thing, the main thing that got you killed is that when you threw that flashbang, it bounced about here, pop about there, you peeked right at the door, so you peeked right there, so and you got one-shotted from here. So that's actually a one-shot pistol range with a 5.7. Now, if you thought they were at eco, you're probably going to want to peek from like back here or back here, so you're not in that one-shot range anymore, which would have probably got you the kill. So you got to be careful against pistols. As soon as you know they got pistols, try to play the range game. So play, at the back area here. So even if they do get a head nick on you, you're gonna get the kill either way. That's the theme I've noticed without people playing against pistols. So they always try to play the close game. Just be wary of that. Alright, so another buy round. You've kept your economy pretty well, so your economy is pretty good. I like this.
Smoke.
Here's the smoke again. It actually fails this time, so all the effort you put into jumping to suicide to get a smoke fails.
Throwing grenade. Deploying flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
I'm gonna pause this again. Notice how you're the one with the bomb, and you're the one taking the aggressive angle again. So, this is really dangerous. You actually should have got punished for it last round on that anti-eco, because the bomb actually got dropped in bedroom. But this round is actually a full buy round, so the chances of being punished if you die at mid-doors or somewhere early are a lot higher. And the fact that you pushed through this smoke. Now, this smoke did fail, so pushing through, getting control of this area is good, but there's a theme of you pushing through smokes like this, whereas if they had an AWPer here, you'd be punished so hard. What you should have done here is maybe wait for this guy to get control of that area, had another guy smoke the doors, and then push through the smoke, or have an AWPer, which is your AWPer's back here, watch this angle until that smoke clears and then go through the smoke, or then get control from there. So it's just, it's just the little things here could get you killed, could get you punished. I don't think are getting you punished very often, as they should, but you just gotta be wary of them.
Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
I like that you do check lowers.
Our enemies tremble. Flashbang.
I'm gonna give you a hint with that flashbang. So you notice that flashbang pops just to your left when you're here. You're throwing it through the doors, and it's going to pop here, and your teammates have to turn around. You can actually throw the flashbang over the door, so it'll pop here, or bouncing off the top of this door, so it'll pop here without flashing your teammates. So you can actually run Ugh. So you can actually run with the flashbang as it pops. We're going to talk about a few things in this round. So, that bomb plant. So, if you... I don't know if you knew there was a guy at the corner here or a guy down long, which I think you did, because you may have seen him on the radar from your teammate spotting him. So, you had a couple of choices. Either you could get that kill, which you did, and then I'd recommend planting here, so plant for long, so your AWPer can go down in the pit and pretty much win the round because of that. Or if you didn't know you had long control, planting for short. So what you did, you actually planted for the platform at long, but they can defuse behind the box, so it's pretty much not a good plant. And then your after plant position at these barrels is not that good. Like, I know it's 3v2, and if you get one kill, it's going to be GG pretty much. And these barrels are a good place to get that one kill. But I noticed you seem to have a problem holding after plants, so maybe you should play it maybe on site. Play it safe. So if you play it on site safe, you can just play the bomb. So you've only got to wait, you know, between 35 and 40 seconds. Delay them for that long. You've still got a HE and a flash you can use. And then you win. Like, you delay them for that long, use your grenades or whatever, you win. Instead of trying to go for the kill, make it into the 3v1, or 2v1, as you probably get traded pretty quickly. And then actually having a chance, since the bomb plant's actually not a good plant.
I'm throwing a grenade.
There's one grenade. Okay.
Throwing a flashbang.
Here is a really interesting spot. Like I said, it's probably going to get you one kill unless you miss. If you miss, and so you miss, so you run out into the open. Now, that's a bad idea. If you miss, you probably should run maybe back to Goose. This plant can be watched from Goose. You can run to Goose, or you can run back to the boxes on site. So you want some cover. Here you just go out in the open, you try and get the frag. So now it's a 2v2, and they've got long control. Which is, I guess, assuming why you didn't go to Goose or on site, you tried to get this kill. You could actually jump 60 spawn, just for that extra cover. But you try to go for the frag, you die, and that's the reason you lose the round. Moving while shooting is also not recommended. So you need a bit of work on your aim, and a bit on your crosshair placement.
I'm defusing. No, my friend.
Plenty of cash though, so you're doing alright.
Move it, move it.
260 side is decent. So you buy a pick.
Thanks.
I'm going to quickly look at this. You guys have 8k, 12k, 7k, 6k, and... Okay, this guy doesn't have much money. But anyways, you have enough money so you can full buy AWPs, auto snipers, AKs, full grenades. So what do we have? We have one guy with a P90, one guy with a MAC 10, and one guy with an MP7. Okay. That's an interesting tactic. It looks like we've got no grenades on this guy, few grenades on this guy. You've got some, so that's okay. Full buy and full buy. So, these two guys are doing it right. So these two guys are good. And you're okay. I'll call this okay. It depends what you're going to do with that. These two guys have some questions that need to be answered. We'll just continue.
Be safe. Let's go, my friend. I'm throwing smoke. Laying down smoke. Incendiary out. I'm throwing a flashbang.
That flashbang's okay. If you get it deeper, it's better. Now, let's just have a look. Because when I looked over this earlier, I realized the smoke would have been terrible. But it does look like that angle can't be watched. Unless he peeks up, and you do have some guy watching, so that's okay. But remember, just throw it. If you're going to throw a smoke like this, throw it quickly, because that guy could just pick up and get you pretty easily if he wanted to. But he'll probably get you.
Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Planting. Fire in the hole. Bomb has been deployed. Grenade.
Yeah, see another. So Doors was like, this wasn't you again, but this is an issue throughout the demo. Doors was smoked, so it should have planted here. Could also plant, now, this is interesting, but could also plant around where that is there. So that can be watched, either of those two can be watched from tunnels. where you planted can only be watched, well, not where you planted, sorry, where your teammate planted can only be watched from that area.
Throwing a flashbang. Pull yourselves together.
That flashbang was
I'm
useless.
throwing a flashbang.
That one was useless from your teammate. That was a good grenade though.
Go, go, go.
Okay, so your teammate died in tunnels. So where you are, if we just have a look, you are exposed to tunnels. See? So since your teammate died from tunnels, you probably want to reposition. So you're not exposed to more than one area at once. So at the moment, you're actually exposed to window and tunnels. So the places you can reposition safely are behind this box here. So this one here is exposed to window. This one here is only exposed to tunnels. Or behind this box here, which is just exposed to window. You could also try for the here, here, and try to get that frag on the guy in tunnel, so you're not exposed to either door or window at the time. But yeah, I would reposition as soon as that guy in tunnels died. You don't want to get killed from the guy in tunnels. So yeah, now you notice that both players are no players are going through the window, so work on that crosshair placement. You were aiming at the door rather than the gap between the doors. So here's another one of those plays where you should just buy time. Now it's been what, 20 seconds since that bomb's been down or so. So you actually only need to buy 15 seconds. You know where he is, you see his backpack there? See his backpack, you look the other side of the thing. You're out in the open. So you're out in the open here. So you're gonna easily get killed. But you kill him anyway. So even though you got that round, you could have played it a lot better. Which has been a theme throughout a lot of these rounds. Is, you know, you're 7 rounds up, so you're getting the rounds. But you can play them a fair bit better. Okay, so this round, it should be a 4-buy versus a force buy, I should say. Now, whether you know it's force buy, because they haven't been keeping good well with their economy, they shouldn't be having to do this.
They will defeat the
So it
mercenaries.
should be a 4-buy.
Smoke.
And there comes that smoke again. Now you're spotting, so this time's okay, but you're...
Flashbang.
I don't know if you saw how many crossed accurately without spotting, so it's still...
Burn.
So you're going to do a full charge onto the A side. That one got spotted, so that's okay. Grenade. So you notice there's a guy on the ramp. So you've killed one guy on site. Now, you know that there's a guy on the ramp, so that's probably going to be that long guy who ran up. So now you got a question. Now, do they play 2 on A? Do they play 2 at long? If you think they play 2 at long, which is what I think you did, then what you did makes sense, even though it's a bad play. So it's a bad play, so you shouldn't do it. But it does make sense in what your thinking is. You just want to get that bomb down quickly. But what you missed out was this guy here. Now, it's a very easy to spot check when you're planting the bomb. And you still had like a flashbang you could do with him. You just, you know, flash yourself out. But I think in the heat of the time, you counted that one guy at long. You thought, okay, that's the only other guy that's going to be on the site. So you planted the bomb there. So, but do check Goose if you're going to plant the bomb where you plant the bomb here, just for sure.
Throwing smoke. I am planting the bomb.
Yeah, so you plant the bomb, you kill from the Goose. And this actually
Flashbang.
could lose the round pretty easily for you guys.
I'm
If
throwing smoke.
the round wasn't almost lost already. So let's just say you killed that guy at Goose. And you got that bomb down here. You guys have control if short. You guys can easily win that round, even though it's a 2v4 or 2v3 it would be. So, like if you get killed by this guy, traded by that guy, but you get the bomb down, 2v3, you guys can easily win this round. Okay, let's look at this round. It should be a full buy versus a full buy, apart from Brutal, who's decided that the Bison is the best weapon.
This are the Gretzky, my friends.
See, now they've got an awful watching suicide, so if you jump suicide this round, you'd be dead.
Smoke. Flashbang.
So you're going for a full-on deal. running through smoke again. So, you gotta watch out for that. Running through smoke.
Smoke! Grenade!
Bad luck. I think you thought that smoke actually worked, which it didn't. So that smoke you were gonna throw should have been thrown.
I'm throwing flashbang! Throwing fire! Planting!
Okay, this is another one of those bad bomb plant positions. Like, I believe you get the bomb down in this one. However, it's not good because if you know this Mohad random guy, whatever how you pronounce that, can actually pick doors, kill you without any of your teammates covering, because they're all at car. So with this plant, I would have planted behind this box here. So you can't be seen from window or door, but it can be watched from tunnels. You plant just in front behind this box. Or, I would have used your smoke to smoke off doors then planted there. So I don't think you get killed, but you could easily get killed.
Throwing a grenade!
You got two minutes.
Throwing flashbang! Flashbang!
Okay, you know they're pushing in. You know your smoke failed. Don't bother with that flashbang because you're gonna if that Muta guy ran out your side, you'd have been dead with your flash out. Looks like you win this round anyway. But here's another one. You played this position a few times in the after plant B. You play it again. So what you want to do is you want to actually change up your positions. So you've got this guy who's playing around this box. This guy's playing car. So maybe if you play, the car can. If you play behind this box here and spot door, would be better. So this guy will watch your window. You'll watch the door. And this guy watch your tunnel. So that's a good area. And then if this guy notices that there's only one guy outside and you say he's pushing window, you can then move across to this side of the box and then watch window and get that crossfire set up with him. Instead you play here, which does what you do watch all three spots. You've got this guy watching tunnels. You don't need to be watching window. I don't need to be watching tunnels. Your job is to watch window. You got this guy at car possibly watching window, but I think he's trying to watch door, which is not a good position from car. So you shouldn't be watching tunnels here, or you should be watching doors. Yeah, that guy's watching doors. That's how you got killed from window. Okay, so you lose this round
Diffusing.
because you didn't watch window. If you watched window, you probably would have got that kill. Instead, you turned your back to window as he was coming through.
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay, this is the last round we're going to look at. Now, I know you said you have FPS issues on CG side. However, there is something particularly troubling about this round, even with your FPS issues. Alright, first we're going to look at... You decide to buy a HE grenade instead of a smoke. Now, in this round, a smoke would be so much better. Like, I'm not quite sure of the economy. Let's have a look at the economy. So you're on $50. So you should have bought a smoke if you're going to full buy it. Now, no one else is going to nade with you, because no one else has grenades. Now, Jincy, he's going to eco. Dirt Patch is going to eco. Ron's going to eco. Furfly's only going to buy. So, what actually happened is you bought out of sync with your teammates. So whether you're going to go for the gamble, which I wouldn't recommend, because you may as well just eco, and then you can buy up in later rounds. Drop teammates if you need to, because you've got no money now. I'm not quite sure why this guy buys a UMP, but anyways. But if you did want to buy it up, buy that smoke, so you can hold up an area. So you can hold off long, maybe hold off tunnels, and then you stack the other area with your pistols.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Smoke.
Yep.
Flashbang. Throwing smoke.
So that pre-nade would have been good, but it was a little, like, it would have been good if they were rushing. It did 30 odd damage to that free of charge guy. But remember, it wouldn't have killed anybody. So it would have just lulled them, which is okay against pistols. When you're with pistols, because you want to get them low as possible, because your pistols do nothing. But still, if you've popped the smoke there, and you stacked your... So your pistols are pretty much, well, pistols and Furfly guy, apart from this guy, are gonna hit B. So if you smoked off that area, then you just stack B with your pistols. You can actually get this round pretty easily. But this is what you do here is exactly what I will look at. So as soon as you peek up from pit, you notice there's a guy there. So what you do is you run around with your knife out. So whether you spotted that guy or you didn't, still peeking up here with your knife out. Most essentially you knew there was a guy in bedroom who flashed. And this guy can't cover you. So that's what you got killed. You're just inattention to details. So you notice that what happened here. So all three guys there got killed. So if you actually killed this guy, it would have been pretty much a guaranteed win. If you actually ran across this way and just maybe back that way or back that way, it would probably been a guaranteed win as well. I can't remember whether you win this round or not, but that got you killed. Inattention to details. And that's what we're going to look at for your demo. So let's just do a recap. Let's do a recap. So your problems are smokes. You're running through them. You're throwing them poorly, etc., etc. Your grenade, your flashbang, you're not throwing optimally. Your positions in Death Alley or Suicide here could get you killed. I don't think they ever got you killed, but they could easily get you killed. Your after plant B positions got you killed. Your bomb plants positions, timings. So they're the three bomb plants positions I complained about. One got you killed. One could have got you killed. And your after plant position, so this one here, wherever it was, here, out here. So those two got you killed, where it should have almost been a win. So, well, yeah, so you got to work on them. Your crosshair placement, so we looked at a few of your crosshair placements. I didn't actually look at the CT one, but you got to make sure you're aiming at head level at all times, and that you're making sure you change your crosshair based on elevation. So when you're watching window, you want to be making sure it's at head level at window, but when you switch to door, you got to lower it so it's at head level for door. And same with the ramp here, same with the ramp here, and same with this ramp here. So just make sure when you're going up elevations that you make sure your crosshair stays at that head level for the people at the higher or the lower elevation you're aiming for. And also your inattention to what could happen. So specifically this round is what I wanted to highlight here. Even if you did have FPS issues, it shouldn't have happened. Thank you. And if you've got any more demos, I'll be glad to review them.